Hey, welcome back to Truly Art-Rageous. I'm Neil.
I'm Juliet.
That's right. And we're here to do some more drawing. We actually had a special request from one of our subscribers, Liam. Thank you very much for the suggestion. He asked if we could draw one of the Minions. And today we chose to draw Minion Bob from the movie Despicable Me. So we're gonna do it right now. All right, let's start drawing. All right, so our first step, what we're gonna do is draw his body. And his body is like kind of a squished pill shape. It's got kind of a rounded top. The sides are kind of flat almost. But they bow out a little bit at the bottom. And then there's a rounded part at the bottom here. So that's what the shape looked like, and I'm gonna go in and just clean this up a little bit, make it a little darker for everybody to see. Okay, so that's what step number one is gonna look like, darkened in. And we're gonna move on to step number two, which is his eyes. Or I should say are. Need to use good grammar. So what we're gonna do is draw two big circles because his eyes are actually inside of a pair of goggles. So we're gonna go one eye here. So erase a little bit of your body structure there. And go around here. And so there's eye number one. And then eye number two is actually over here. No, just kidding. The other eye goes next to the first eye, like a normal eye. All right, so let's go do a little bit of the same thing that we did last time, except we are connecting this one to the other eye that we drew. Okay, so then we're going to erase part of the eye that we drew the first time because his eyes are actually in a pair of goggles. And then we're going to draw the eye that's inside the goggle. So we'll do two smaller circles on the inside here. Eye number one. And eye number two, let's put it up here. What do you think? No, just kidding. We'll put it over here. Sorry, I got like a really bad case of the dad jokes today. So bear with me. It's a common disease, and you know, I'm going to the doctor trying to get through it. All right, so eye number two. And then he's got his iris and his pupil are on the inside as well. So we're gonna go iris number one, right there. And then iris number two, right there. And they're kind of almost in the same position. Okay, moving on to his pupil. So let's do a little tinier circle right there, and a tinier circle right there. And then we're gonna color them in, but these are going to be, there's gonna be like a smaller, really tiny small opening, and that is just showing the reflection of light off of the pupil. There we go. And so now we're gonna move to draw the band that is holding his goggles on. So that's just kind of a quick little line over here. It kind of goes beyond his head, a little tiny bit, and then there's another one over here. And then we're going to erase that part because we don't want that. It's not needed anymore. So I erased a little too much. And we're gonna draw down a little tiny line like that, across a little tiny line like that, because that's the fold or crease in the material on the strap there. And then another line down like this. Okay, so let's put his overalls on. So he's got a pair of overalls that kind of come around like this to his center, just kind of below the eye a little bit. And then the other one comes down about the same spot, like that. And we're gonna square those off because the overalls have kind of a square end to them. And draw that line back up to the other side. And we'll do the same thing on the other side, just a little longer though. And he's got some buttons, because how else are you gonna hold up your overalls if they don't have any buttons on the straps? So they're just little circles there. All right, and then his overalls, the part that connects to the straps, I think you call that the bib, comes across like this. So it looks a little bit like that. And you know what, I'm looking at my drawing up here. I kind of don't like how the goggles are, so I'm gonna fix those really quick. And feel free to do that too. I mean, just because you drew something on your paper, it doesn't mean that you have to leave that there if you don't like the way that it looks. So feel free to just edit as you go. And if you're watching the video and you need to go back and edit, just slap that pause button real quick and come back. All right. Erase a little bit of that. Okay, cool. So, what do we got next? We've got his, the rest of his overalls. So the side part and his pockets go like this, go down, kind of like a J shape. It's a little J like that. And then you're gonna have another curved line right here to represent the pocket. And you're gonna do another one on the other side to represent the other pockets. Another small J shape there. And then another curved line there to indicate his pockets. All right, and what would a minion be without their happy little smile? Let's go ahead and draw his smile in there. So that's just a little curved line. All right, let's put his legs on. So they're just two little kind of square shapes almost. So draw down like that, curve along the bottom, and then curve back up into the body. And then we'll do the other side, straight down like that, curve up like that, and then curve up into the body. Then we're gonna put his arms on. Arms, here they come. Curve line like this. This one's really easy because it's kind of obstructed by his body a bit. So it's just a curved line like that. And then the other one comes out like this. Kind of more curvy line. And then you can see most of his arm on this side, except for the hands. So just another curve in there like that. And just color that in a little bit more. All right. So those are his arms. And the last part we're going to do is the shoes. It's got a pair of worker's boots on, so one shoe comes out like this. And then the back part of it's pretty flat. And then it kind of has another curved line here that comes up. And the heel is another very slight curved line like that. And they indicate the sole of his shoe as well. So we're gonna just mirror the line below it like this. Flatten that out. And then we'll go curved line like that. Another shoe here. Flat line like that. I'm gonna curve it in again like this. And then a slight curve there, just barely curve it. And then again, we're gonna mirror that line. So slight curve, curve out like that. All right, and so actually I'm gonna edit a little bit more again. I don't know, his smile is not in the spot that I want it to be, so I'm just gonna erase a little bit there. And I'm just gonna drop it down a little bit more. So it's kind of gives some space between his eye and his mouth, because your mouth and even the Minion's mouths are not that close to the eyes. All right. So that's his shoes there, and I'm gonna go ahead and start coloring those in. And feel free to just draw some lines here. If you want, even if you have a Sharpie or maybe a ballpoint pen, you can go over your pencil lines, which is called inking, just to darken those in and make sure that they don't go anywhere, and you can just color over it with some colored pencils or markers or crayons, whatever you got. And oh my gosh, I forgot to put his pocket on his bib. Let me do that real quick. So pocket on the bib is just like this. Just a little tiny curved line like this. And it goes down like this on that side. So kind of like a monkey bars, but the monkey bars are a little bit bent. And then that comes down to a point right here, and then goes up to connect to that other line there. And if you want, you can draw like the Groogy on the pocket there, but not necessary. It's just something if you want to make it extra fancy. All right, that is our friend Minion Bob from Despicable Me. We want to thank Liam, our subscriber, for such a great idea. We had lots of fun drawing Minion Bob. And if you guys had lots of fun drawing Minion Bob and want to learn how to draw other things, we will be adding tons of content to this channel. So feel free to subscribe, hit that notifications button so you know when we post new drawings, and tell your friends about us. All right, take care, everybody. Have a great weekend, weekday, or week, wherever you are or whenever you are. Bye.